Hello YouTube, and welcome back for build day 7 part 2. So this is basically after got done working today. Primarily worked on the engine and getting that tidied up and finished, but there was a few other things that I went ahead and got done. So to kind of go through with the engine, starting off here with the fan blades, those are in chrome. I went ahead and tried to dull that down, but what I'm going to do is when I spray the underside a flat black, I'll go ahead and hit this at the same time. So that's just set off to the side for right now. The biggest bit of work that I got done, as you can see here, was routed the exhaust pipes. Again, prototypical, no. It wouldn't have made that sharp of a bend to cut through. Like I said, from the underside images that I've seen, it basically cut in like this and then straight up, but to be able to make it fit and make it work, this was the best way. So again, using just wooden clothespins similar to this here, held it down and into place, basically jimmied it in to where I could glue it, let it sit for a little while to harden up, and basically glued from this point back to where my thumb is. That way this section is secured. This here, as you can see, still has a bit of movement, and I'll need that for when I put the engine in with the exhaust pipes, so that I can get them rearranged a little bit, bent a little bit more. That I'm hoping to try to get done here on build day 8. The one thing I'm going to probably do sometime this week is just hit this thing with a shot of the gray primer, again, the XF54, just to get this area sealed in, make sure everything looks good, and if everything looks good from that, probably, again, another night this week, I'll go ahead and hit that with the flat black. Getting, for the interior, I'll mask off this semi-gloss that I kind of have going on here, and then shoot the rest of the side panels in the back in a flat black, as well as the dashboard here, which I do have the racing gauge cluster put on, which basically just glues on top of the original. That's pretty straightforward, and then I'll just detail that on up. Outside of that, went ahead and did one other bit here. Since I'm not going to have the hood with the functioning hood pin, the hood bracket, I guess, I'm not sure exactly what the instruction's called, but to put the hood on, I'm literally just going to be, setting it on like this here. And because of that, I didn't need this huge gaping hole here, so I went ahead and just filled that in with some plastic card. I'm not going to worry so much about the seam line. That's just going to kind of get left as is. But I did have to remove a locating tab here on the back of the hood as well. But that's all ready to go. Went ahead, got the 2 trim pieces sanded back down here. So those should be ready for gray primer. I'm pretty much just going to prime these things. Not worry about the chrome ring that I'll use. The Molotov pins. The real bit of work that I got done was I got the paint onto the engine. Again, I had sprayed that gloss black for the actual block. I used from Tester's Model Master, magnesium for the transmission to give a darker metal look. I used steel on the oil pan. I used from AK Extreme Metals their dark aluminum, or a dark aluminum, for the intake manifold here on the top. And then from, again, Tester's Model Master range, I used and just brush painted on all of these aluminum for the top, and then used steel as well for the wheels here. So after that was dried for about 10-20 minutes, just ran around with an accent line color and just gave all of the shinier metal bits that color, just to kind of give it a little bit of an oily or grimy look. which the camera doesn't really pick up just because of how bright the lights are. It just kind of focuses in, but looking at it in person, you do have kind of an off tinge of brown, which again, most motor oil will kind of stain stuff as it gets on it, so that's all good. And then I used gold, Testors Model Master Gold on the carburetor. I didn't worry about painting the underside of the intake manifold. That's not going to be seen. So that's that. So yeah, like I said, pretty productive night. The last thing I'm going to go ahead and do once I hop off of here is just get these brush painted with the Testors Model Master exhaust, which is a really dark metal color, just to kind of give it a really dark look, especially for up around where it's going to attach to the engine, so I can get these glued onto the engine, and possibly, like I said, here within the next week, get the base part done, and then start working on the upper body, getting that glossed in gloss black, and then get the white on, and then go to the cream. So again, hope you guys have been enjoying the series. Next week will be a little bit of a longer week for me, and so I won't be probably getting an update up to you guys until either Wednesday night into Thursday or Thursday into Friday. Not 100% sure yet, but it'll probably be another two-parter where I show you guys just a recap of what I've done, through the week, and then from the actual build night as well. So again, hope you guys are enjoying this series. Take care and have a wonderful rest of your week.